All right. Welcome everybody. Just gonna check the stream real quick, see if my voice sounds all right. You guys let me know if my sound is okay. Been lately having issues with that. Welcome. Just starting the stream. My sound is okay. It looks like I'm good. At least on my phone, it looks like the audio is good. How are you guys? How is everyone doing today? Thank you, Tekka. You sound beautiful, brother. No homo. Just doesn't make sense. Got a little debate coming in here already. Welcome, guys. This is gonna be so much fun today. Depression has hit the Halo community, and I'm dead inside. Now, I was just watching Footed Ghost stream, and he is fired up. It is funny. I think he just woke up, and it's funny seeing someone that's so late in the day, like kind of reacting to all this, because like we've had all day to process it. I went through all the stages of grief. I went through denial. I woke up. The first thing I did was I got on Twitter this morning at like 8 a.m. Central Time, and I was like, okay, let's check it. Let's see what's up. And I saw this roadmap, and I read it in like about 20 seconds, and I was like, fuck. And I rolled over and I was like, fuck. And I got myself out of the bed, and I saw all this happen already before. This has already happened. And it was for season 2. Hey, what's up, Boys Unknown? I'm in a good mood. Honestly, I was gonna not do this stream until, well, tomorrow. But I did promise y'all, maybe not per se promise, but I did say I was gonna do the stream, so here we are. And I'm sad that I don't have my face camera set up, because, man, it would be a fun one to have like a, video of me ranting here. But at least I have the roadmap here on the screen, as well as y'all's beautiful avatars and the ongoing discussion here. This is fun. We're having a good time. Where do we even start, man? I mean, today's been like a blur. An absolute blur. And I don't even know what to... Well, let's start from the beginning. I gotta turn off this fucking music, man, because I gotta... Oh, mama. Mama Jama. Alright. Because my computer's super slow, I just gotta load up the freaking image, even though it's like a really nice computer. Anyway, I'll just look at the stream itself. So pardon if I sound like I'm looking away from the microphone. The roadmap was released today. Let me pull it up real quick. And everything's been delayed, dude. We got campaign co-op being delayed, but it's not really a delay because it was a target. But like, I saw these hilarious ass comments on Reddit the other day. It's like, whoa, yesterday someone said, oh, I can't wait to see another roadmap that they won't, with deadlines that they won't meet, right? And I don't know, what do y'all think? Do you think that season 3 is actually 6 months long, or do you think it's more appropriate to think as of season 2 being 10 months long? Because I've seen some people like debating about it, like it really matters at all. We either have 3 6-month seasons now, because some people are saying this winter update would have just basically been season, another season, right? And then Echoes Within. I just can't believe, like, we just got August, right? This season, Echoes Within, ends in June. And I don't know why the Bandit. Why isn't the Bandit being added right now? It looks finished to me. It looks like the damage is right. It looks like pretty balanced. It looks good. It fits right into the sandbox. And honestly, on top of it all, it's kind of a boring weapon. Not trying to shit on content, because I am grateful we're getting anything at all. This is a free-to-play game, but yikes, dude. It seems like 343 is understaffed. It seems like they're dealing with an engine that is in shambles. And there's probably a lot of technical debt from what I've been hearing. It seems like the engine is suffering from a lot of technical debt. And what this means is that it's kind of like, imagine that game where you have like a bunch of little wooden blocks stacked on Jenga. It's like Jenga, and it's like when you remove one of the pieces, the whole thing falls down. Thankfully, it's not quite like Jenga. They can save before like the entire game breaks forever. So when they pull one of these pieces out a little bit too far, adding, a new UI element, it can break the entire game. And when they try to add a new weapon, it can break the whole game. When you try to make a phantom fly around this part of the map or that part of the map, it can break the whole game. This entire engine is so metaphorically held together with duct tape. Anything you do to it could possibly break the entire engine, it seems. And that's what I think 343 is dealing with, is they are playing a game of Jenga and trying to make a live service game that is built on an engine that is a Jenga game. That's my personal theory, and it's what I've heard around the block once or twice. But one new equipment item in fucking March! In March! Also, where's the new sandbox items? I thought there were supposed to be new sandbox items in November. But Season 3 was just delayed, so I guess that makes sense. But anyway, point is, I don't know what... I mean, you guys like listening to this? I mean, this has been all day, man, with everyone. So I don't know what else I could say that anyone else hasn't said. Other than, I think Forge looks phenomenal. People are saying that I'm shilling. People are saying that I'm shilling 343 because I talked about how Forge looks good. And they're like, well, you're flipping the narrative. You're going back and forth between, between being negative and positive, and you made 3 videos on the same video. No, I didn't. I talked a little bit about the news today in a 5-minute video. And then I talked about how Forge looks in a separate video, because it's just better for the algorithm if you just focus on different topics and different subjects. So, yeah, I have been very consistent. I think Forge is outstanding. I do worry that Forge is going to have some issues, because at the current track record, is it going to launch broken? Is it going to launch working? Is it, I know it's going to launch in beta, but man, this is a disaster. We have that initial launch back in 2020. Right, it was supposed to release in 2020. So the whole game and all of its features have already been delayed, which is fine. I think most people were like, delay the game. We've been begging you to delay it, right? And it wasn't because of C19, man. It was honestly because of the graphics. And now we have Season 2 and 3 being delayed. And then they were delayed again. And then again. And so, wow. You at this rate have been one of the many voices echoing the same thing for nearly a year. Take a break, man. I saw at first he said decade. Look, I've wanted to quit doing this channel many times in my past. I love Halo, man. I fucking love Halo so fucking much. I love this franchise. I love the story. I love the characters. I love the narrative. I love everything about Halo, but there seems to be a disconnect between 343 and fans and what we think Halo is. and I understand the low morale coming out of 343 at this point. I mean, who would want to work there? Everything that you do moving forward is subject under this context of it should have been there day one. It should have been there day one. No matter how hard you develop a map or this or that, you're only catching up, and with all these people leaving, honestly, I have to ask why even Joseph Staten is there, because that guy, he wasn't here during Halo 4 and 5, and those were much more prosperous times for Halo, that I think maybe could have had the opportunity to influence Halo much better. But, Joseph Staten, he came around 1 year before the game came out, which I think had some influence on the game. From what I heard, it didn't really, he was able to touch up some things, but obviously, the bulk of the game has been finished at that point. The thing that I cannot for the life of me upload and talk about, because I feel like it's just negative, but now I'm like, okay, gloves are coming off. I have to talk about how 343 probably wasted years on a hero shooter. What were they doing between 2015 all the way up to 2018? And there is, I think, sufficient evidence that they have been spending, maybe, this is very speculative, but if 343 did in fact spend $500 million on the development of this game, then I believe that with that, if that is true, then I think that based on some solid evidence that I want to talk about here in the next few days, they may have spent $150 million on a hero shooter prototype that we've only seen a little bit of. And I might be completely wrong about that. Keep that in mind. Also, I am keeping an eye on the super chat. Sorry, guys. I'll catch up. Just kind of warming up here. That I think 343 spent about 3 years on a crappy, shitty game. And that's the reason why this game is choking. Another reason is that they decided to contract randoms that now no longer work on Halo, that were all under contracts, I think, to save money on health benefits. Again, this is just speculation from my understanding of the industry. This is what I've heard around, and that it seems to be that 343 and Microsoft were just trying to save money, so they hired people to create this engine that they would be using for the next 10 years, and it wasn't really smart. The Slipspace engine is not exactly new. It wasn't built from the ground up. That takes a tremendous amount of effort and time. They built Slipspace on top of Blam engine, and it's a huge improvement to Blam engine, but it doesn't mean that it is... it doesn't have some issues, and this is probably done through contractors, and contractors that understood carefully. And you can see this, you can even see this with modding tools. Modding tools, when you look into them, like the Halo 3 modding tools that came out this year, I think, as well as the Halo Reach tools that we're probably going to get, there's a lot of, at least I can speak on the Halo 3 tools, and that there's a lot of very specific things about those tools that you would only understand what they do and how they work if you were the person that actually programmed them. Right? And 343, and I don't think just because we're in 2022 versus 2004, not much of a big difference. There are very intricate details that go into coding and scripting these huge systems, and details that I don't think really anyone in the chat that I know of anyway, or especially myself, I can speak on myself, that quite understand the complexities that go into an engine like Slipspace engine. And this is a powerful engine. We can see that with Forge, we can see that with the open world, we can see that with the cutscenes, yada yada, but there are some things in there that have made 343 suffer some major technical debt. Anyway, if I haven't bored some of y'all, let's get into the super chat real quick. Shaner the Gray, he says, if you think you're suffering now, join the Star Citizen community, then you will truly know everyone's pain. Crimea River. I thought that game was doing pretty well. I thought that game was pretty well fleshed out. So, the Forge beta, I'm pretty excited for this. I think a lot of people, oh, I see some people talking about my gain. Am I talking too loud? Is my gain too loud, guys? I can turn it down a little bit. I noticed that for some reason my gain's been so loud. Anyway, so what do we talk about next? Forge beta. I think it looks great. The canvases look great. I don't know if that just means that we're going to get 4, since we've only seen 4 images plus the canvas, so 5 canvases total. I think Forge is going to save this game to some point, but there's no point to Forge if there's no custom games browser. And on top of that, if you want to do infection, you're going to have to code infection yourself. I talk about this in tomorrow's video. I might be releasing it in the morning, but you need prefabs. You're going to have to code and copy other people's infection node graph system via images and remake it in Forge yourself on every single map that you want to make that is infection for the foreseeable future. Yes, infection is possible in Forge. That doesn't mean that it's really going to be coming. Forge maps are not going to be very, there's not going to be a lot of them. There's going to be a few Forge maps. I'm talking about 20, 30, 40 Forge infection maps made by select forgers that want to spend the extra time painting over making an entirely new noding graph system if we can't even copy prefab node graph systems from other people and easily implement them into our own maps. Problem is here is and I ran about it tomorrow actually, and you'll see it. I am pissed that infection is still not here, and they are peddling a new mode. What was it? What's it called? Covert flag. They are building an entirely new mode based on, what is it, mercs and pirates or something? I can't remember what it's about, but essentially they are building an entirely new mode, and that didn't work out for them last time, dude. Last time, what happened there was that Last Spartan Standing was by far the least played game mode in Halo. At least Halo Infinite. And so maybe I can grab I don't know where I saved it. But anyway, if you remember what I'm talking about, you remember. But so we realized that Last Spartan Standing was removed from Halo Infinite because it sucked so bad and no one wanted to play it. And instead of 343 bringing infection, they're bringing Covert Flag, which is an experimental game mode that they have no idea people like right now, and that's their big mode that they're advertising for the winter update, which is no longer Season 3, by the way. Spartan Hexus says, for all the crap we gave to Halo 4, it was a feature-complete launch. At least we had Team Slayer and Forge at launch. We can't even have that anymore. You know what annoys me about this most? It's not that 343 failed to meet deadlines again, because we all knew it was a target. What really annoys me is that they waited until the very last day to communicate in like the most, I guess, inappropriate way, which is by replying to a tweet on Twitter, not posting about on their site, but rather waiting a day after the target, the last day of the target month, to say, by the way, it's tomorrow when we're getting the news, and then nothing else about it. And this is supposed to be someone that we believe when they say that, hey, we need to be more transparent, we need to be better about communication. It's like, I want the ugly fucking truth of what is going on. Tell me, please, so we don't have to speculate, so we don't have to think of the worst thing possible. This is what I was saying about Halo Infinite before launch, and now I am saying it here. I want to know, how bad is it, Chief? Right? Zatham says, what do you think about Covert Flag is about? Personally, I think the new doubles game mode, Dodgeball, should have been called Tug of War. I think literally anything but Covert Flag would have been a better play. Infection, VIP moved up to winter update instead of March. Holy fuck, March? Sorry, I'm cussing a lot. It's supposed to be a family-friendly stream. Look, you read that title today, you click on the video, it's not going to be family-friendly. No, sirree. Okay. I think, thanks for the super chat, by the way. I waited all day to do this stream, guys. I waited all day, man, and I wasn't going to do it, but I had a good meal, and I feel energetic again. Life is good. Kind of. Outside of Halo, it's pretty good, but Covert flag. I think that anything would have been better. Infection. Just drop. Stop play testing covert flag. Just make infection right now. Just drop everything. Drop literally everything on this list except for Forge, co-op, and infection. Drop everything. Focus on that like your life depends on it. That's what I would do, man. If I was leading the team, I'd be like, we gotta forget about covert flag. Fuck these tier passes, dude. We need to get infection out now. Yesterday, dude. Yesterday, on top of all this shitty news, I would say Shroud Screen looks cool. I think it's gonna change maps quite a bit. The Bandit Rifle is super meh. I'm not excited about it. I don't do these tiers, by the way. Might be a shocker to some people. I don't. I do go by Halo follower, and I have I don't do the battle passes. I don't. Mike the Viking says, I'm done with Infinite. Season 2 is year long. I'm getting dizzy from all this yelling. I'm looking at the chat, by the way, guys. I'm having a heyday here. So Mike says, I'm done with Infinite. Season 2 is a year long with nothing really added. 343 has proved time after time that they are incompetent. And 343 needs to be axed. Look, I'm not going to speak on that. I think without 343, Halo would probably be pretty screwed. And I know that might be a controversial statement. Facts, Daddy Halo follower. What's up, Boys Unknown? That's cool that they're watching. I think if we just if we share Halo a little bit more with other developers, I think that would be really great. I think everyone's fuming at 343 right now, but I don't think like just dropping the studio when Halo is already suffering, when there's already a lack of interest in it, yada yada. Apparently, because people aren't swarming to 343, maybe it's the studio problem. I don't know. There's a lot that I don't know. I'm outside looking in, right? But point is that I just want some other studios to have their shot with Halo, and that doesn't mean 343 needs to go anywhere. They've already learned so much, and hopefully the next studio can learn a lot from what 343 does. So I don't think that it's just like, oh, get rid of 343. It's more like we should think positive, right? We should be more expansive in our hashtags, like share Halo to give let DICE have a shot at it. Let Square Enix or whatever the hell, I don't know if Square Enix would be a good choice. I can't think of any studio. Let Valve, I don't know, anyone. Let any other studio make their kind of game. And specifically DICE is actually a fun example because I think a game like Star Wars Battlefront 2 would be amazing, but in Halo form. I think that would be amazing. Ooh, we are getting heated today. I'm reading the comments. If you guys have any questions, drop them. I'll try to ask. We Groot, what's our answer? What's worse than all of this is that the only reason Forge is getting so much focus is because they want the fans to fix the game to save money. So a lot of people think that I think that, but I don't actually think that. In the title, maybe you could have see how that was implied. I talked about a dark theory about how Halo Infinite is 343 trying to use fans to fix the game, and I think in some respects Forge is like a part of the game that is going to be keep on giving and giving. So if I was at 343 and leading the team, I would be like, let's drop everything. We need to finish Forge now. When can we release it? Let's release it at the end of the month if we can. You know, like let's do whatever we can. Let people know that there's going to be bugs, but get those essential things in there like file share, at least file share. I know file share is a little bit more boring than custom games browser, but I think file share would be more helpful right now if we had to choose between file share and custom games browser. Get that out as soon as possible. And that's going to be something that fans going to be able to keep giving, you know? Zatham says, again, I say open the secret passages. Thank you for the super chat. I want other studios to have a chance to make their own game. I think that'd be really, really freaking cool. Okay, that doesn't mean we should get rid of 343. I think 343 has done some amazing things, but right now this isn't a good look, and I just want to know the ugly truth. I think that would resolve a lot of this anger. But it's funny, even optimistic people, I'm sorry, even skeptical people, even people that were like, yeah, we're only going to be getting this, this, and this tomorrow, it's not, or even skeptical people look optimistic now, like they were overestimating what would come out, which is rough, really rough. Joshua says, fire all of 343 except for the MCC team. Those guys are carrying the franchise so hard, they need spine replacement. So I think, good roast. I think that MCC is an example that 343 can make a comeback, because look, this isn't the first time that Halo has had this issue. Halo has had this issue many times. If you refresh your memory, it's actually happened quite a lot. Halo 4's Forge was abysmal. Halo 5's story was abysmal. Halo 5 also had a lot of issues of its own, albeit had a lot better live service, considering it wasn't a live service game. And an MCC, of course, we'll never forget MCC. That ruined Halo 2 Anniversary for me. Like, I only played 20 games before I lost complete interest in Halo 2 Anniversary's multiplayer. And let's not even talk about Forge for Halo 2 Anniversary. It was just... where was that? I mean, no one even paid attention to that. That was just so snuffed out by MCC launching in the state that it did. And so I get that people are out for blood. But blood isn't going to fix anything. You know, and people keep saying blame Microsoft, but I don't think Microsoft really even cares about Halo. I think, honestly, this all leads back, you know, between me and you guys, to the Xbox Game Pass. I thought the Xbox Game Pass was pretty cool at the time. Like, oh, cool, that's a neat little thing. But actually, that's pretty much the cause of all of this, I think. From a executive point of view, I think everything that's mattered about the bottom line has changed from video game sales to, well, just adding some kind of value to the Xbox Game Pass. So I don't think Microsoft really cares about live service. I don't think Microsoft is really directly responsible for any of this. I don't know who is. I'm just speaking from what I've heard. And what I've heard is that I don't even know anymore. Like, I don't even know what the case is, because there's just so much contradicting facts out there, you know? Birchless says, I feel like Respawn and Bethesda would be an insane help for those. I don't know about Bethesda. I don't know if it's really up their alley. Although, I wouldn't mind playing a Fallout kind of Halo game. I think that'd be pretty cool. We hitting 1K on this bad boy. Hell yeah, we are. Honestly, one sec. Hitting my friend up. Maybe you might want to join. And Boys Unknown, if you're watching this, at some point in the stream, it would be fun to have y'all on. Enjoy the beta, people. See y'all in 2025 for like a day, then quit, because I'll be playing Elden Ring 2 or something better. Also, RIP campaign DLC. Man, it's really disheartening, because Paramount over here just dropped $90 million on a TV show, man, and I feel like if I was Microsoft, I'd say fuck it. Let's just make a team of Halo fans. Let's give them $10 million and see what happens. I mean, what's $10 million? It's like a drop in the bucket. Let's just give some fans $10 million and have a couple professionals in there just to help guide the thing. But let's see what happens. The only reason MCC is here is because of fans. Fans took a leaked version of a Russian beta when Microsoft was trying to expand around the world and get Halo out to other countries, and this Russian exclusive beta had this Halo 3/4 thing, which was very interesting, was called Halo Online. And fans took that and made it El Dorito. And once they finally broke through, once 343 finally saw, holy shit, people know what they want here, and we're gonna DMCA them, the only one that we've seen in like 10 years, and then make MCC. And I think they didn't even get their help, actually, but I'm unclear about that. And that's what MCC is all about. That's why MCC has made the revival that it did, because 343 Microsoft saw a market for Halo when they couldn't see one before. And I'm saying that there is one here already. Look at everyone watching this. This is just a small morsel of the community watching this. And man, I'm out of breath. It's been a while since I've done one of these. It's been about, well, since season 2, huh? The last roadmap. I think they should just release Forge, Alex A says, as it is now, or a version at least have something better. So what did I miss? I don't know what to be mad about yet. What's up, games? Wet Road, he says, give Halo to ID Software. Doom is so good. Yeah, like, that's why I'm not going to get behind this, like, fire 343 or boycott 343. I don't think all these people should lose their jobs, because I think that ultimately it's going to be like a higher up problem, or I just don't know if it's so clear cut where it's like, if we get rid of 343, Halo will get better. I don't think it's that simple. I mean, when has it ever been that simple, right? I think we should instead focus on getting other studios to make a Halo game, but really there's nothing we can do. We don't really have any power. I mean, the thing that makes developers stop and listen to fans is when you stop playing the game, and people have stopped playing the game. I mean, honestly, let's look up Steam charts real quick and see how many people are playing Halo Infinite at this moment. Maybe all this news got people in the mood. It actually, funny enough, it got me in the mood. There is a spike. There is a little bit of a spike, but now it's, I don't know. It looks like we've kind of plateaued at about 5,000 players on Steam. I have to imagine that's about 30,000 people playing Halo Infinite on all platforms around the world. That's just my guesstimate. I think people, and some people are like, well, 343 needs to lose their job. The thing about game development is that you don't see the results until years later. I think people have lost their job. I think I have no direct evidence of that, but I'm just guessing that's why a lot of people were like randomly shuffled around, and then a week later they resigned. I think there is evidence out there that could suggest that people did leave, or did quit, or got fired at some point. And maybe it's because of that 3-year stretch where they were prototyping a hero shooter instead of making a Halo game. Let's be honest, that's hero shooter. I think it would have been interesting if Halo Infinite was like an Overwatch thing, but like not as a mainline Halo game. You know, obviously not as a mainline Halo game. All they need to do with a mainline Halo game is just have a good story that hits in the feels and brings some new stuff in. I mean, it's also frustrating, I think, and why so many people get so enraged by it is because so many people understand Halo, right? We understand what needs to be done with the franchise, the story, or at least the mood and the narrative. We know Halo when we see it, but I'm not quite sure everyone working on this game does. and that is disheartening, and it feels like a breakup. Damn, bro, chill. We all saw the update video. Yeah, but have you seen me rant about it in depth, my man? Maybe the studios that developed Apex is now working on Halo with new teleport equipment. I would love to see, like, kind of like a new twist on Halo, you know? And also, Unreal Engine, all right? It's time to forfeit Slipspace and the Blam engine. I hate to say it. This is 2 decades of working on the same engine. Fuck, I bet there's probably Halo 1 and 2 code in Slipspace. I don't know how there couldn't be. But I don't care about sentimentals as much as I care about a functioning Halo game. So, honestly, what do y'all think needs to happen? What do you think needs to happen? Because I think it's time to wrap it up. I think it needs to... something drastic needs to happen. They either need to... They either need to get an entirely new studio to bum rush another Halo game, but like a side experimental one, like a side, like half experience, like an ODST, like Halo Infinite ODST game made by another studio. Why 343 begins development on Halo 7 and punches out and really sits down and has a long succession of focus groups of Halo fans and really get into the minds of the Halo fans, if not just keep hiring them. I think Wang Time or Pixel Flare was hired recently. Fletch or Ultimate Halo was hired recently, and someone said get sleep, and I'm just thinking about that. Maybe I should get sleep. It's not that late for me. It really isn't. Tatanka. Yeah, so Certain Affinity is another Halo studio. They've actually been helping with Halo for, I think, 16 years. Certain Affinity, my big association with Certain Affinity is that they fucked up Halo 4's Forge. And, but they've actually done a lot. They made, I think, Halo 2 DLC. They helped with aspects of Halo 3. And a lot of people don't know this. 343 Industries actually worked on Halo Reach DLC maps. In fact, I think it was 343 that made all of the DLC in Halo Reach. And I remember a lot of people back in the day saying a lot of Bungie employees went over to 343, but I don't think that there's actually any direct evidence of that happening in mass. I think like 20 people that I know of that I can recount went from Bungie to 343. Because if you think about it, it's like, would you drop your entire livelihood, your friends, your family, your environment to go work at another studio across the country? I think they were across the country. Am I getting too loud, guys? Sorry. My mic levels are all off, and I'm scared to miss with it. I could turn it down a little bit more. Hopefully, I don't want to be breaking the audio, but I am being rather loud. So maybe that'll help. I just turned down the gains a little bit. A little bit more talky-talky. Oh, Abyss said something. Lost and Forgotten, thank you so much for your super chat. Nah, bro, I love ya, but yeah, the news was pretty disappointing, but at least Forge is looking great, and yeah, some sleep would be pretty great, Lamau. Yeah, Forge would be pretty great. Let me see, I might be able to get the Boys Unknown added. That would be great to have their input. I think that would just be hilarious. I love those guys. They make me laugh all the time. So is it just me, or was today's video a little bit tone deaf? And by the way, I'm going to say this. I do not in any way whatsoever promote attacking people on a personal level. I think that's bullshit, because obviously this is... that's just wrong on so many levels. It's not just one person's fault. It's not just the community man. Look, the community managers, their whole thing is like taking the brunt. But I kind of wish the Halo account was the one doing all the talking here, right? I kind of wish they were the ones where they didn't have these community managers come out here as punching bags. Actually, 1 second, guys. Hold on. Alright, sorry about that. Ghost turned on the TV. Yeah, today's video felt a little bit off. On that note, I felt a little bit off. And now we're just getting a lot of L's in the chat. I'm going to have to put some people in timeout. So, actually everyone's doing it. Yeah, it's a trend. Anyway, man, I'd be nervous. I would be nervous coming out there and talking, you know. And I just learned that 343 Guilty Spark turned into a robot soldier. Like one of the Promethean soldiers. I think that's just so lame. Also, I want to talk about these maps. I want to talk about these maps real quick, because I think these maps are worth talking about. There's no names for them yet, but this one seriously looks like something from Halo Reach, and I think it's beautiful. This is a one-sided Oni facility, and don't get me fucking started on facilities, dude. I am so over it. How many maps can an entire game have that are facilities before it's just fucking old, right? I like that the grass looks different, and it's kind of snowy, right? I guess the rocks have some snow on them, but like it's not really an actual snowy map. It's just a small aesthetic on the side. It doesn't feel like a snow map, which I think is kind of a cheat. Nothing like something we would see in any other Halo game, really. But it's a one-sided Oni facility, and yada yada. It's a fucking facility. I'm fucking over it. And then we also have this. Is another fucking facility. Oh, UNSC logo, UNSC logo, UNSC logo. I count 3 how many UNSC logos are in this other fucking one? Are there any okay, we got is this a Forge map? I can't tell if this is a Forge map or not. Which is just like a testament to how great Forge is. I am fucking consistent. I am consistently excited about Forge. Alright? I'm still tweaking about that one comment I saw. Someone calling me a shill. Not a shill. I am a Forge shill. Anyway, this map does look unique. Fuck these fucking alpine trees. I am going to barf if I see these in more maps. I'm just going to vomit. I'm going to projectile vomit. And then there's a planet up here and a foreigner structure. By the way, do you know the story behind this map? The story behind this map is that the UNSC discovered foreigner technology and are researching it. Are you fucking kidding me? That's the best lore that we get now. Like, I want you guys to really think long and hard about the maps that we used to have in Halo, okay? Like, I'm just gonna throw this classic up here, okay? I'm gonna pull these heartstrings. What was this map about? Okay. What is this map? This map is so iconic. And it's iconic for many reasons, okay? There is nothing in Halo like Guardian. It's just got this rusty, dirty foreigner look. It's not trying to be glamorous. It's not trying to be shiny. It just is. You know, it doesn't really make sense. Why would the foreigners build this? I don't know. But it's built. And it's built up from a tree trunk. These are massive kashyyyk trees. And it's beautiful. It's green and blue and silver. And it just works. And we got gold in it. It's so stupidly simple. Right? It's so simple. Brings a tear to my eye every time I look at that map. I need my tissues. Anyway, so map rant aside, we're gonna miss the super chat. Halo is dead and 343 killed it. Someone called Matrick to crack the whip. I don't know who Matrick is. But this is a good idea, ranting at night. Hopefully I'm not bothering anyone IRL with my ranting. or the Zom says 343 really needed a beta for match. Oh boy, we haven't even talked about that. Match XP beta a year and a half after launch. Fuck me sideways. There's no words, man. You got it, Green Knight. There's no words that describe his disappointment. So where do we go from here? Where do we go from here, boys? Boys and girls. I don't know. I can tell you what I'm gonna do. Speaking of which, I am I've been having so much fun with Midjourney, and I've been needing skyboxes for Ghosts of Reach, which is my animation where I'm gonna have basically Noble Six survive, and it's a really fun story. I haven't talked about it a whole lot, but I'm actually effectively making a fan cinematic universe like the MCU, but it's a rewrite of Halo. And that's what y'all saw with, what is it? Maybe you'll recognize this image. This story right here is, I'm just going to rewrite Halo. That's what I'm going to do, because I love this. And to me, Halo is never dead. Halo is about friendship. It's about connection. It's about the story and narrative. And if we need to rewrite some things, we'll do that, okay? Right now, I respect 343's story, and I've built off that. I worked with Reclaimer Gaming on that, but I'm just working on this. This is what makes me happy. This is what makes me happy, and I'm having a blast. I am having a blast. We are making so much progress. I made this skybox the other day, which was pretty fun. I mean, I didn't make it. I prompted it and then stitched together in Photoshop with Midjourney. But man, I am so fucking excited. The Halo energy is here. Ladies and gentlemen, I am fucking excited. I'm fucking excited for Halo. God damn, I love Halo. God damn. My voice is going to be fucking wrecked tomorrow. But I love that 343 communicated this to us earlier than later. And they just threw it out there, man. They just threw it out there. You know, one fun thing we haven't done yet is just go on Halo Reddit and see what's up, you know? What's up? What's up over here on Halo Reddit? Like, what's going on in Halo Reddit here? So these comments are goddamn hilarious. Really stretching out that 10-year plan, 343. Oh boy, season 3 is gonna be 9 years. You want to think that a game is owned by a crazy rich company? Well, they're not getting much funding, I can tell you that. Because if they were, I think if they were getting funding, we wouldn't have this problem right now. So we also have. Oh, we have to wait. We have to wait until March for season 3. What the fuck? What are you new here, Stormy? Fuck out of here. There are like 2 guys working on this game and a dog. I think that's a lot. I think there's just one. Well, I don't know if there's one person working on the game anymore, but you want to make a lore-accurate chronological Halo movie series with me, it'd be dope. Oh boy, there's just so much to do with Halo. There's so much potential here, and I need to move my chat over here so I can still read y'all's comments. Crazy how a game in 2007 had more features than Infinite. Yeah, and I don't buy this whole narrative that like games are harder to make now. I think there's a lot of bullshit now, corporately. And it's not anyone's fault, and I don't promote anyone bullying or attacking individuals. I think that's annoying, right? I think that's really annoying. In fact, there's a little post about me on here. All right, there's a little bit of post me, and we'll tackle that, right? There's no words to describe his disappointment. You see, Green Knight knows what's up. No one should be surprised. They have been running the same play ever since release. Yeah, we're excited. By the way, what the fuck happened the other day with 343 saying, like, gosh, what did they say again? It was like, stay tuned, big things are coming. And then another person said, we are about to emerge from this cocoon. And it's like, wait, did I miss something? Because, like, I'm going to sound like a huge entitled dick, probably, after when I listen to this video. But, look, I think it's all fun and games. I think it's funny, okay? I think that this game's free to play, so 343 doesn't really have any responsibility to deliver us anything meaningful. I think it's just frustrating because we've waited 6 years for this experience, and we thought we were going to get something different, but this is what Halo is now, and but, like, this doesn't seem like a whole lot to me. Like, big things are coming. This doesn't feel big to me. Like, Forge is amazing. It's a step up, so they do have a little bit of credit there. But, like, loses some of it because it's delayed about a year. I'd say it's a year. Fairly, it's about a year. 7 days short of a year. They say it's coming day one, so they are now saying it is, with affirmation, it is coming on day one of the winter update. So November 8th is the launch date for Forge and Network Co-op. The other times it was just targets. And so, real quick here, I love to have the boys join if they're still interested. But I don't know. I'm having fun just having it just me and you right now, you guys. But anyway, side rant aside, this doesn't seem like a whole lot to me. In fact, saying, like, hyping people up on top of, like, leaks that seem to be implying that there's a lot of content on the way is a little bit unusual. He's venting that's so sus. The boys unknown is who I'm talking about. Also, give us Forge. Yeah, okay. Let's read this comment. It's taking over them a year over a year for a report system. Jesus Christ. I'm not even angry. I just want to know what's happening inside the studio. I think 343 understandably has kind of lost all goodwill at this point, because not only were they, like, kind of secretly trying to boil the frog slowly with raising cost, and then out of left field, which we haven't heard anything about it since, about rarity and quantity with the store, which is like, really, like, what are you talking about? And we haven't heard anything about that since then. And so they've lost a little bit of goodwill there. They lost quite a lot of goodwill with just, like, these normal delays and just not meeting the expectations, but then, like, telling us these big delays after, like, kind of hyping us up and then dropping delays that even skeptical people were overestimating of what was going to be coming the next day, and not even meeting their expectations and far surpassing, like, going under their expectations. Skeptics is kind of like, whoa. And I've been doing this, guys, for 11 years. Mind you, I was 15 years old when I started this journey. In fact, I was actually Halo, I was kind of, and I didn't have a channel, but I was, like, basically Halo Reach follower, man. I was following everything about Reach. I was following all the news and tidbits and the little, you know, ARG things that they were doing on Bungie.net, all that shit. I love Halo, and I've been following this franchise forever, and there's been a few low points like this. I'd say this isn't even as bad as MCC's launch. Just a little bit of perspective there. And that was about 11, or maybe, was it, yeah, 11 years, going on to 12 now, of me doing this. And I don't know, I'd say this is like, it's hard to put a number on it per se. I think this is like the 6th or 7th worst thing to happen to Halo since 343's taken over. This particular moment in time. And I say that because there's still Halo 5's launch, there's still MCC's launch, there's still all these things that happened. I don't know what the spamming about is all about. A better Halo. But anyway, we had a super chat here. I hope I didn't miss it. Or, no, never mind. Forge will release in 2552 by Michael Moreno. Thank you for the super chat, bud. Feels like it. Like, oh, here's the 10-year plan. By the way, this is the 10-year plan. Actually, I want to jump back into these. This Reddit. This is fun. This is really fun. I'm having a blast right now, you guys. Forge will be released in 2552. Oh, and then Joshua said, we waited 6 years for a game, not a microtransaction store with a tech demo that attempts to mimic a game from a 14 years ago stapled onto it. Yeah, you know, and a lot of people forget. Thank you, Joshua, for the super chat. By the way, guys, obviously super chats are not necessary at all. Obviously, I'm going to prioritize whatever you say in a super chat, and it really does help me do this as a full-time thing. So I really do appreciate super chats. They kind of make up for the lack of revenue I get on these videos. So Orlando, honestly, dude, I would pay to do this though right now. So it's pretty awesome getting super chats. I'm having a blast. Orlando says, time to cancel Game Pass and get Xbox's attention. I don't know if Game Pass should be canceled. I think it's pretty revolutionary. It's just like Netflix. It's a pretty great deal, but yeah, I don't know about that. But thank you for the super chat nonetheless. So it's taking them a year to do a report system. I just want them to be real, you know? And like, I just remember when one of the community managers told us, they were like, look, the community's out of patience. You know, we're out of time and it's understandable. And it's like, yeah, I feel like 343 just needs to humble themselves a little bit. But like today they skipped over canceling split screen like it was nothing. They skipped over it like it was like cross-core, like something that they had like kind of promised. They don't understand. Do they not remember like the lesson they learned with Halo 5? And the lesson with Halo 5, I mean, yes, there is split screen with 2-person split screen, I think on multiplayer. But like the big lesson that they learned with Halo 5 was this: like Bonnie Ross has acknowledged the decision was incredibly painful for the community, as well as was incredibly painful for the community, as well as her and her team. As such, all Halo games moving forward will support split screen, and this was such a major thing. And the best they can do is offer up finished content that has been put behind a content wall. We haven't seen it. We haven't been teased it. The Mark 5, the CQB, the CQC armor that has already been finished a year ago, as their kind of like low-key apology has been like offered up. Like, hey, we've kind of failed you here. Here's some new armor systems. And I feel like even then it's not really even like, doesn't feel good, because like in a way that just kind of promotes people customizing their Spartan. And if you can give them some free armor, they'll probably like be a little bit more invested in the armor system and buy more, you know. And every step of the way, like they're doing cross visors now, cross core visors, which I don't know, man. Like, that's it. Like, I feel like there needs to be some goodwill bought here. And if 343 needs to divert from their monetization plans, then so be it. Because quite frankly, These are strong emotions. These are strong associations people are making with Halo. And I know it's not on purpose. Sometimes I have this weird theory that sometimes they do things that will go viral and be bad. Like that recent show, She-Hulk, was recently just terrible. And I wondered if, like, maybe they're just doing this on purpose. But, like, I just don't know if that's a really good strategy to just create the worst possible thing ever to disappoint people as much as you can to get some kind of viral attention. So I don't think that's what 343 is doing. It honestly makes absolutely no sense. I think what would be a better idea is to just make a game that works well. So I don't think that's what's happening. But Match XP beta, I don't know what that really means or entails. Everything is in beta. Like, what I think would have been better if 343 just came out and said, Halo Infinite is going to be in beta for 2.5 years. And if they just got it out of the way, everyone would be like, "Oh, don't worry about it, bro. I'll just come back when the game's in alpha, or whatever it's called, the final. Whenever the game's gold, I'll come back." Instead of parading Halo Infinite around in a broken form, just say Halo Infinite, the beta. This is the beta version, and just parade that around. Does 343 drive you to drink? No. No, they don't. But it's not all bad. Like, that's why I think it's, like, kind of funny, too. It's not all bad. But it is funny. I mean, if you can see the comedy in it, and it's not as bad when you just see the comedy in it. And plus, like, bro, will you... This is insane. Do y'all see this right now? Someone created Toy Story in Halo Infinite's Forge. Like, this is just miraculous. And I've been talking about this a little bit lately, but I think Forge has a real chance at bringing some of this game's love back. But the problem is that it's literally like someone hanging off a cliff with their last finger. And, like, these delays cost this person hanging off a cliff, which is Halo, metaphorically. They're hanging off a cliff with a finger. The delays, the desync is a finger. The lack of content is a finger. The lack of, like, the goodwill being kind of like, you know, they're not lies, but they're kind of like misleading statements where I just wish they were real with us. And I think 343 would be surprised to find that even us, all in this chat, I think a lot of people would still give 343 the benefit of the doubt and connect with them on a personal level, connect with the franchise, connect with them, 343 as a studio, if they were just honest. And I want them to just write a big fat blog talking about why the game is fucked, what happened that led it here, and what has changed since then, if anything, and just be completely honest. It's like all we want is just honesty, and I think people can detect it. They're not being genuine right now, and it feels bad, man. That's why there's all this rage, and I think a lot of it could be calmed down by a little bit of being real, a good old classic dose of just keeping it real and being honest. You know. Anyway, that's fucking cool. Let's read more comments because this is fun. Oh man, that is bleak. Tell me about it, brother. That is bleak. Thank you, MSR47 Gaming, for the $5 super chat. But yeah, that comment kind of got me. Bleach says y'all can't really appreciate anything, huh? No, I mean, well, I've been appreciating the hell out of Forge. Forge is great. Co-op, I'm just genuinely excited about co-op. And perhaps it is like an echo chamber. We got all these content creators just yelling things in a big old chamber, and it's just bouncing back. People are hearing about it. Unfortunately, a lot of people that watch probably my content, other content creators' contents, just take whatever opinions that their content creators have and then spread that, and then that convinces more people, oh, that's what everyone believes. Have a mind where you decide things for yourself. But the thing is that just because you disagree with everyone doesn't mean you don't, right? Twitter light mode user. It just looks bad on videos, all right? That's why I have it on white mode. Don't judge. If they had a time feature on it, that would be awesome. Am I reading that right? We won't be getting network co-op until November 8th at the earliest, a 2-month delay. I think it's just like, it's part of the fact that this game was like kind of propped up as the next big thing. And the fact is that it isn't. You know, it's not. I think people. It's like we're in a war with our own expectations, and these expectations come from many years of conditioning with other games, but also just like what 343 kind of said what this game was going to be, which was like the next big thing. But it's not. It's not a Halo game. It's not a finished Halo game. This is an experimental, free-to-play arcade game. It's not. We don't have a Halo 5 or 4 on our hands, even though those games weren't great either. Ordazam. Sorry. 343 should have used the Unreal Engine instead of making their own, in my opinion. Do you think the Slip Space engine is holding the game back? Yeah, absolutely, man. That's what I've been ranting about all day. Is thank you, by the way, for the super chat. Really do appreciate you. The engine is the crux of this game's everything, obviously. Guess I'll go fuck myself. But I think that just completely lost my train of thought. Slip Space engine is holding the game back. Yeah. I won't go too much into that because I've already ranted about that today. But live service. I think that I want to talk about goals now because I haven't talked about this all day, and I said I was going to talk about everything today. So let's talk about everything today. There's just like a lot of fundamental things I haven't even like brought up. So this is one of them. Is this goal list, and it just like irked me because this isn't right. There's something wrong about this list here. First off, like. Something about the graphics don't look right. It feels a little bit rushed, but that's obviously like not important at all. They say it should be infinitely rewarding, match XP, event improvements, career rank, ranked rewards, seasonal and career challenges. My God, the contrast of this like releasing now versus like before launch is hilarious because like these are things that you would expect on day one. God, do I hate modern gaming so much. It is actually very vague. Yeah, spinning sidekick. So personal and welcoming, that's all good. Player safety reporting, significant more distinctive and varied customization options, improved player onboarding, yada yada. Then we have competitive and fair, and like the main guy, I think his name was Sean, talked about how so Halo, I don't think Halo started off being competitive. I really don't. And by the way, this like whole competitive nature of Halo, like even the people that developed the actual multiplayer, like the person that made Halo 1's multiplayer said that it was designed to be a fun party game. Like Halo has evolved, but it never started as a competitive game. And also, I've always felt like, yeah, I think competitive Halo works conveniently and it's fine, but good fucking God, am I tired of it. And the only reason Halo even started becoming esportsy was because like that started becoming a thing. People started considering video games sports, hence esports. When that became a big thing, Halo 3 just jumped on it, right? And so I think it's just I think there's such a big disconnect. And I'm so tired of them forcing this game, this poor old little Halo, to be something that it's not. And Zatham says they should take the biggest content creators for Halo, not part of esports. Have y'all sign an NDA and take feedback as well as show us where everything is at. They've already done that. They've already done that with Forge, which Forge, I feel like, and I have a theory that I think it's like something that they don't take very seriously at the studio probably, and that it's not very important on the list of like they don't know really how to monetize it, even though they might. They don't really think of it. It's not like it's kind of a unique feature, so I think that's why it's the best one, because it's free from all these mandates, all these like typical mandates where you have this and that, and we gotta monetize multiplayer and get a psychologist to help us so we can get people addicted to our game. I'm not even joking about that. They hire people that know psych stuff to help in monetization in games like free-to-play games like Halo Infinite, in which they did have a job posting for one. I don't know if they got hired, but anyway, it's not unusual for that to happen nowadays. So point is that they try to manipulate people into buying stuff in a game and doing all these things that are forced, but whereas Forge is over here and it's not subject to any of that. In fact, all it's subject to is probably a few people that really care about it, that see the point of it, which is allowing the player to have fun and creative. It's one of the parts of Halo that's still so innocent, and I think that's why we're hanging on to it. And as soon as like that starts getting monetized and there's like, then that's when Forge is over too. But everything has been so corrupted and disjointed that some parts of Halo are just not even recognizable anymore. I think 343 does deserve credit with making Halo Infinite's multiplayer for the first time in like 10 years actually feel like Halo again. But it's coupled with all these disastrous, corporate stained methods of developing a game. And it doesn't work. And I'm so tired. Like, what? And plus, why are you trying to make this game competitive, right? Honestly, I think that they should have just took this entire list off, erase all this. Okay, we're erasing it. And then put fix desync, push Forge out as soon as humanly possible. And that's it. That's on the top of my list. And then right under that, infection. Okay, what this feels like a bunch of jibber jabber. We've heard it a million times before. It's not happening. And they basically admitted by the end of next year, we hope that the game will be where we want it to be. Basically, I'm paraphrasing, but basically what they said. So Gabriel says, will they give Halo to COD devs after acquisition? People have been making a lot of comparisons between the two, and enough of that. I'm tired of looking at that crap. 1 second. I did want to bring other content creators on, so I'm going to see if someone wants to join here. I think they just got done with their stream. I'm not showing y'all the what I'm looking at here. Yeah. Congrats on killing the game. You guys are champs for hanging out with me here. This is fun. The 43rd Guru says, for my homie keeping it real. Thank you, man. Appreciate the super chat. This is really bad news. I've been pretty optimistic, but an additional 4 months tacked on is Season 2 is brutal. Yeah, we thought we were being patient, and then, here we are. And I'm starting to see some cracks in the studio now. I think that's starting to become, and I'm worried about it. Because people are like, well, abolish 343. That doesn't really fix anything. That doesn't really fix. In fact, if anything, if you want Halo Infinite to work out, getting rid of 343 is going to compound the issue. All right, it's going to make the issue, I think, worse. I don't think it's as simple as just like have another studio pick up where they left off, because I don't know if it's that simple. There's a whole pipeline in tools you have to learn for hundreds of people, and then assuming those hundreds of people actually know what they're doing. Although, you know, I can see how people think that this is already the case, but whatever. Boy, let's see if mine my post got up here, because I saw people like someone took a screenshot of my. Oh yeah, this is so fun. 135 comments, baby. Oh man, this is hilarious. Halo YouTubers right now, and they have my 3 videos I made. Which one I talked about split screen being cut, which was 2 minutes, about 3 minutes. This one was 6 minutes. Okay. And this one where I talk about Forge, okay, so I have one video about split screen, one video about co-op, and then just a general overview. I don't even go into the details. And there's 135 people bitching at me. How many videos can you make on a single topic? Jeez, man. Oh my gosh. But see, this is, it's chaos out here. It is chaos out here, guys. Halo Swallower. His channel's gonna go to shit here soon. Yeah, no kidding, buddy. I'm fucking Halo follower. Dude, we don't get any news on this game. Of course I'm gonna make 3 videos about a roadmap in a 30-minute video. Fuck yeah. Bunch of fucking drama queens. I don't know if he's probably talking about me, because there's 14 likes here. Yeah, so there's just like, man, people are devouring each other. I guess I'm a part of the problem too today. Because I'm doing my job. My job is to entertain and talk about Halo, so. Oh, god damn, this is fucking fun. But you know what? Maybe tomorrow that'll probably be up on the top, because it's already got 400 likes 3 hours ago. Oh, it is already on the top. Or no, it's on the hot list. Shit. War never changes. Let's see if Photo Ghost wants to jump on. Paramount. Oh god. Oh no. Oh my god. No, this can't be real, boys. Holy fuck it. Dude. I got a dark theory for y'all. Is that real? Paramount Plus. Oh my god. Paramount Plus TV series sees the game. Wait, has this updated on the stream? I don't know if it's updated on the stream. Can y'all see this? Or did I add it to the wrong one? Oh yeah, okay. Halo TV series viewed as franchise by Paramount. There are a lot of ways you can go. It is enormously franchisable. There are many different games. It's got so many. There are so many different games already. Okay, it has got so many different directions. Yes, we are starting to think about that as a franchise. Dude, this feels like an Onion post, but like a Halo, like for Halo, man. Because well, for one, Halo is already a franchise. It's the reason why y'all got $90 million to create a TV show, is because, you know, that money came from somewhere, not just the books. It came from the games. But this sickens me, because I see a dark future where this is... I could see them rebooting Halo based on the TV series. So they're going to take this icky version of Halo that has Master Chief banging the enemy and destroying Reach. Spoiler alert, by the way. We're going to take non-virgin Master Chief and make a game about him that is not based on Halo anymore, but based on the TV show that was somehow signed off by some of 343, twisted up the ass, and then base a game on that. I don't even know how you do that because there's so many plot holes in the TV show. But I don't know. Am I catastrophizing? Maybe I need to go to bed. Halo follower needs to go to bed. Robert Robert says they can't even bother giving us new guns or anything. They're adding the DMR next year and delayed everything we care about. And on top of that, the DMRs. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate the super chat. And on top of all this, I think that it's like the DMR. It's not really a fun weapon. It's just another point and shoot. UNSC Dragonfire says, who's going to be the first to hire Jeff Steitzer to give us a voiceover? Voiceover for Halo Sid. Halo Side? I don't know what you're quite saying there, bud. Halo Sid. Fuck, I'm sorry. Who's going to be the first to hire Jeff Steitzer to give? I don't know what he's trying to say, but thank you, UNSC Dragonfire. I appreciate your comment. Your super chat. Todd Chambers, thank you for the $5 super chat. No comment on your thing, but no message, but thank you regardless. Heart goes out to you. 343 had the best chance it could ask for when Battlefield 2042 and COD were flops. They could have captured those players, but let it slip through their fingers. Yeah, they did. They had a pretty good opportunity there. And I'm just gonna look at my oh damn. Well, this kind of makes sense. This person is saying some things, but there's a lot of people calming down, probably because people are in bed now. But I don't know where these 700. What are y'all doing not going to bed right now, man? That's funny. This is important, man. Look at this. This is made in Forge. Someone's remaking the tower from Destiny. And, I made a few comments today. This one was pretty funny. I think this would be a cool thing to add to Infinite. Where you can teabag an opponent, and if you press a button, you can do like a really mocking-like teabag where it knocks your shields down, Drains your shields as a power move to insult your enemy, but, it can risk, you could just get one shot at and made fun of. Be kind of a fun little social aspect added to the game, I think. Just a thought. I also said this, despite the bad news, updated Forge is looking fucking outstanding. Holy crap. This is Forge. This is one of the beauty views or whatever demos that they showed off. And it's incredible. It looks better than the campaign, I think, in some aspects. I hate this truck, by the way. I don't know if y'all can see that on the left side. It's just such a boring asset to plop into a game, but whatever. Just such a typical Forge object. And I hate that because we see it right here, very prominent. This UNSC truck, man. Anyway, we have Echoes Within to look forward to. I thought this was a new event. Some people said it looks like Destiny, but whatever. This a really general statement. And what is Destiny anyway? I can kind of see what they're saying though, because there's no helmet. And honestly, when I saw this at first, I was like, just put on your helmet. Just put on your helmet. And the Lone Wolves narrative event is boring. I really don't care about Spartans off screen being lone wolves. And it kind of like takes away the mythicism of like actual lone wolves like Noble Six in a way. And like the Headhunters, the Halo Legends Headhunters, or the Halo Evolution story of Headhunters. I mean, Headhunters and like Lone Wolves were like really cool aspect, but now it's like everything is about Spartans. Spartans are kind of like been kind of like demoted on the sense of like, I don't know, mythicism, uniqueness. On another note, with the latest update of Halo 3's modding kit, we got a few maps and environments from Bungie back in the day. I love this stuff, man. We get to actually see things that we've never seen before, you know, things that that Bungie built back in the day for Halo 3 to test out the engine and test out things on this. And honestly, I saw a comment, and no one's been talking about this. Now my voice is starting to break. I think maybe 343 should just release the source code and forget about Halo Infinite. Maybe just fix like the things that fans can't really fix, which is like maybe up the player count, keep giving it some support. But like these narrative events, man, they're not working. Halo wasn't meant to be. It's just more them trying to fit in with the modern gaming scene, you know. And it's the same old thing. It always looks different on top, but it's the same thing, the same story where 343's been trying to like be something, make Halo something that it's not. Try to make Halo 4 like Call of Duty, because Call of Duty is important. Loadouts don't work. They don't fit Halo. Halo 5 because, you know, I don't know what Halo 5 tried to esportsy, super fast like Apex Legends. I mean, I guess it did work in a way, but like it wasn't Halo, you know, which is fine. But and then now we have Halo Infinite, which I think is like fucking amazing and it's perfect. And but now we got all these other issues, man. Got all these other issues. I don't know. Is there anything I haven't talked about? If you guys want to ask me anything, we're probably coming to. I don't know how much longer the stream is. I'm kind of curious about this Reddit post, though. I guess I've got the new target because I decided to make 3 videos. 3 videos is too much? Also, I'm pretty sure it's against the it doesn't matter. But split screen being dropped feels bad. You know, they spent a lot of time on that. Or, well, could have. But Abyss, thank you for the super chat, by the way. Number company bad. I don't think it's so clear cut. You know, probably gonna get a lot of crap for that, but it's not like number company is bad. All the way. You know, what's your thoughts on the Spartan Ops from Halo 4? Boring and pretty much the same thing, but at least there were things actively happening. Problem is that, look, stop trying to do something that Halo can't do. Just focus on what already works. I would say, like, just drop the narrative events. Spartan Ops didn't work. These events sure as hell don't really work. No one's invested in some, you know, outspoken Spartan 4 commander telling you how you should behave and who you are and what's up in this dialogue and story that's just rushed. No one cares about that. People care about fun. People want fun, you know? People want, and I might be projecting here, big team battle, forge, experiences that we haven't seen before, like larger player count, and flood and infection and their friends and co-op and laughing on the couch and just having a good ass time, man. Good ass time. Yeah, there we go. That hits the mood. I don't even know if y'all can hear this. Oh, I think I'm steamed out. Or steamed out. Burned out. That's the word I'm looking for. Burned out. Ultra Gold Coin. Could we organize a community-wide deletion of Halo Infinite permanently? Boycott to show them where we say. That's not going to change anything. I mean, I don't know if that's really going to change anything. Deletion of... I think he's talking about deleting the game. I don't know. Do y'all have any things you want to share with me? Just at Halo Follower, and I'll see your question easier. Is Lone Wolf still a thing? Yes, Lost Wolves is still a thing. In fact, that actually did pretty well the other day. This week, or this past month, it got like 60,000 views, which I thought was interesting. Out of nowhere. After it being out for like a year or 2 years. How is 343 unable to get anything done with the manpower? I don't know. Well, you know what, guys? I'll tell you this. I am excited for... Hell, I wonder if we could even throw it up here. Maybe I could even throw it up on the... let's do... I wonder if I could throw it up on the... Okay. Doot. I don't even know if y'all can hear that. Switch to modding PC. Yeah. Okay, look. Reasons to still love Halo. Okay. Make this a big, sexy font. Reasons to still love Halo. And be excited. Okay. Modding tools coming to Reach. Okay. What else? What else, guys? We need to do some damage control on our spirits and souls. When did you start playing Halo? I started playing back right when Halo 4, the year after Halo 4 came out, I think 2005. I was about 9 years old, I think. Extra. Do you think we'll ever be assassinations? Oh, dude, I totally forgot about assassinations. Probably not. Stances and poses at MCC. I think that's pretty cool. Why don't you change your name to Ronnie? My name's it's always been Ron, dude. Okay, I'm actually trying to think here. Ooh. Sweet. Here, I'll add hopefully y'all can hear him. Hopefully I can hear him. Can y'all hear the music? Can you say yes, I hear the music. Hey, what's up, man? How's it going?
Hey, how you doing? Are you still alive?
I am streaming, yeah.
Okay.
It
So
looks
can I
like
hear?
the chat can't hear you. Can you guys tell me if you can
Okay.
hear FootedG Chimes In?
How we doing, guys? God damn. So I assume you've said pretty much everything that I've been saying recently as well about this news today. God damn. I mean,
Dude, I was mentioning you in the beginning of my stream. Wait. No one's confirmed yet if they can hear you. Oh, they hear you. I think.
Oh,
Please,
okay.
guys, say I hear Footed Ghost if you can. But I was gonna say I actually mentioned you in the beginning of my stream today because I was like, dude, it was fucking hilarious because like I'm at the end of the day, I'm like I don't want to do my stream and I see you streaming and I just like saw how fired up you were, and I was just like,
yeah.
I was just like, dude, I gotta like it inspired me, I'll say. And it was just funny to see
Right.
you all fired up because it's at the end of the day for everyone here in America.
Yeah. Some of them are saying I'm too loud. I'm so sorry. Hang on. I'm quite a distance away from my mic.
No, I had you really high up.
Oh, okay. All good. Hopefully that's better. Yeah, what do you call it? I don't know, man. I saw the news and my main problem is that majority of the stuff that we've seen, that's supposed to be coming to the game, was supposed to be coming in November, and now it's coming in March. So if we look at it, it's now 7 months away that we're getting the Bandit Rifle, Shroud Screen, Escalation Slayer, VIP modes that like he can play right now in the game. It's it's insane to me how they're moving it all the way to season 3 in March. That's just the main thing. That's just I honestly can't believe that. Um,
Yeah.
so that's better. Okay, yeah.
Okay. Sweet. Um,
Oh man.
dude, I don't know if you're watching the stream like visually, but like
Yeah, I am.
I have things to be excited for, and I have one thing on my list right now.
Oh god.
Okay. Forge. Forge
The
is a big
Forge.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forge looks great.
Forge is great. Yeah. So yeah, dude, you woke up pretty much probably you went to sleep before the thing went out, right?
That's right. Yeah,
So you
yeah.
woke up to like already the bomb already blew up. The nuke already went
Yeah,
off.
I saw
You
everyone
woke
was
up in a
saying
wasteland of
pretty much, mate. Yeah, it was fucked. I mean, I was watching the Man United game and I saw like a notification popped up. It was like, oh, 343 dev update. And I was like, oh, this must be it. Here we go. And I opened it up, and this is before I saw anyone else's reaction to it. I opened up the roadmap, and I saw it said winter update. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh,
And then it said season 3 March with the banner rifle, all that stuff. And I just, yeah, that's when I really flipped out. Because like the stuff that's there, right? I keep saying so the stuff that is there is good stuff. The Forge, the 30-tier battle pass, that's free. I'm all for it. I'm happy with that. The 2 new Forge maps, I like the look of them. The attachment's got a teleporter. Very happy about that. And Argyle has a dual sniper spawn, right? The stuff there is good, but it's just nowhere near enough. Because if we look at it, that's a 5-month gap between the winter update and Echoes Within. So we're talking
Yeah.
5 months between those. And there's not even going to be a 100-tier battle pass. No progression system. So yeah, man, that's that. When I saw that, I was just flipping the fuck out.
I just like it's hard for me to imagine that it's gonna get much worse because like I feel like people that have been here from to see all this, have witnessed all this happen.
Yeah,
I think they would have like anyone that was gonna get like anyone that was gonna leave Halo has already left at this point.
I think
So
so.
I don't know. I don't know if it's
Davis
gonna get
nailed
much
the comment.
worse. Like player
I hope
wise,
not.
I think it's just gonna sit at 5,000. I think Halo Infinite is a solid game for what it is, but I think the problem is that everyone still has it in their head that we're playing a mainline Halo game, but we're actually just playing an arcade experimental side Halo game that is kind of hiding in sheep's clothing, I guess, so to speak. It's like I don't know.
No, I understand what you're saying. It's
I'm exhausted, dude. I've been streaming for like 2 hours.
right. Yeah, you're all good, man. You're all good. Yeah, it's bad. I'm just reading your chat as well. It's just shit. Just there's no other way I can say it. Like, for a lot of people, this probably if you're still playing the game, there's nothing wrong with that. And if you want to leave the game because of this news, there's also nothing wrong with that. Because I feel like a lot of people have been way too patient with 343. I mean, I said it during my stream. I hope this isn't gonna hurt your channel or anything, but I think Bonnie Ross needs to go. Like, absolutely, people be asking for her resignation. But I don't think because she's the head. I think she has to either step down or Phil Spencer has to ask for her to leave. So I don't think it's going to happen, as much as I'd like it to happen. But what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'm not going to comment on anyone in particular being. I don't like to go there personally.
No, that's fair.
I'd rather we not talk about it or like focus on any individuals. But I do think that there needs to be some kind of shakeup. I haven't even really talked about this. I mean, I was talking about like another company coming in and work on Halo. I don't think getting rid of 343 is really gonna. I think it's gonna introduce more issues than it's going to really help it long term. Because like you get rid of 343, then like what you're gonna have a bunch of tools here that people don't know how to use. They don't know how to manage. They don't know the pipeline. It's gonna be a shit. It's gonna be like a year before development starts going pretty well, and it's going to be nothing for a while there. By the way, my good friend Brendan Ray just jumped on, as well as if you're rejoining the chat from earlier. This is Footed Ghost I've been talking to. But Brendan, what's up? What do you think, Brendan?
Well, honestly, I think the name
shit, wait,
343 is like a black sheep name,
Brendan,
so I
Brendan,
don't.
You're way too loud.
I'm way too
is
loud.
that just me? Hold on. I got you at 200.
No,
Could you
good.
talk again?
Hang on
good
one
for me.
second. I'll switch it to speaker.
Okay. No,
Okay,
I
is
think that was on my side. No. Get rid of speaker. Yeah, that's better. That was me because we had audio issues the other day. But anyway, sorry, could you repeat that though?
Okay, I said I think the name 343 is what it's associated with now. It's like a black sheep, like. So it'd be more smart to create a new company. I think people would be happier
I
because
just want like another
everybody I
company
talk to
have.
hates 343.
I just want someone else to have like a shot at Halo. Not like to get rid of 343, just like someone else to like make another Halo game. Why 343 is figuring out why they're emerging from the cocoon.
Yeah.
God, yeah.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can swing.
Okay. Cool. I'm in my car. I'm transferring it over to the car. So.
You go.
We got a super chat real quick. If Halo was open source, I would bust. I think honestly, someone was proposing that. I was like, oh, man, I wonder if they should just like release the source code. Ultra Gold Coin says, drop Halo Infinite, delete Halo 343 sucks. Dude, this is rough, man. Did you
It is.
What do you think is the biggest personal disappointment for you today? Footed, you go first.
I'd say like the Bandit Rifle shroud screen, the two like the arena map, big TV map, all of that isn't coming till March. That's probably the biggest disappointment for me. When I got told and I've seen leaks, and I was fully prepared for that coming in 2 months. Like I was kind of getting excited for it too. So to have that not releasing until March, 7 months from now, 7, that's absolutely insane to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Wow, Saintly Demonic, thank you so much for the super chat. It truly is crazy. I still can't believe they wouldn't have made the decisions to add Griffball and or Infection for relief. Just the idea that wasn't there at launch is still wild. Craziness. Much love from Elite Forge Studios. Well, thank you very much, Saintly. I did talk about it earlier, but I talked about Covert 1 flag. And I'm just like, look, it sounds fun, but it honestly sounds like something someone would whip up in custom games in Halo Reach or Halo 3 in about like 10 minutes. And they need, like, for an easy win, they just could release Forge. Like, why are they experimenting? Like, we already know that Last Spartan Standing was like the most, it was a failure. Last Spartan Standing was removed from Reach because no one was playing it. Like, I could even pull up this quote. I swear to God. They said LLS was removed. I agree it sucks to lose things because someone was saying that Last Spartan Standing should come back. He says, but adjusting and rotating playlists, long comment in Halo, is often necessary to maintain overall online experience, matchmaking, yada yada. But anyway, what he says that's important is he says, Last Spartan Standing, which is 343's their only unique mode, right, by the way. Their season mode, super important, super promoted too.
Oh, I think.
Oh no!
Wow,
I cut out right when I was getting to this. LSS, no, it was me. LSS is by far the least played playlist by a huge margin, and now they're working on Covert Flag, and I'm like, dude, just release Infection.
It's crazy how that is not out in the game, and there's been no mention of Infection.
It's just all they want to do is reinvent Halo for a wider audience. That's all they care about.
Oh no, did y'all see this too? Like, I don't know if y'all saw this. Halo TV series viewed as a franchise by Paramount. Okay, so one of their big guys, the chief content officer of scripted originals for Paramount Plus, believes Halo is enormously franchisable. There are a lot of ways you can go, he said. It is also enormously franchisable. There are so many different games. It has got so many different directions. Yes, We are starting to think about that as a franchise. So my theory is that they're going to reboot Halo because Halo Infinite sucks so bad, and obviously people don't like Halo as is. So they're going to scratch the entire story. This is my personal dark theory. They're going to scratch the story, say, fuck this. All right, Halo's dead. Let's reboot this. The TV series did successful. Let's give that a shot, okay? And then, boom, we have a rebooted shit Halo franchise that's based on crap.
All that show successful because
Jesus.
all I've seen is people shit on it on the internet. So
That's true. Halo fans hate it. I mean, we all hate it, to be honest. I mean, there are some Halo fans that don't mind it, but Jesus Christ. Season 2, Quan just...
we don't talk about those.
I'm just hoping Season 2 opens with, like, you know, Quan getting gassed, and that's it. We go from there.
Dude,
And it's
I'm
a
just
message.
hoping...
And they...
Madrigal,
It's
I
like,
hope
we fucked
Madrigal
up,
gets
sorry.
glassed, dude. I hope Madrigal gets glassed to hell, dude. And we should not be rooting for that.
No, yeah.
I really don't think
That's
they
up.
wanted us to.
I want the Covenant to win.
She's gonna try to kill an elite with a taser, and then she's just gonna get cut in half. That's the end of our character, Quan Hawk.
No,
There you go.
I would be okay with that. More than okay with that.
Good lord.
Martin, that was the stupidest shit ever, man.
You know what's pretty cool? This chat has been like having about 700 viewers. It did just drop earlier because I thought I was like getting off, but like I actually kind of don't want to get off yet, especially since y'all just jumped in. But it has like 700 viewers for like 2 hours, which is crazy. Y'all are awesome
man,
if we're
that's it.
still watching. Yeah, it's a good day to stream.
It's probably just helping people cope with all this bullshit because they want to hear like people get mad about it. You know, I'm
Yeah.
tired of the optimistic
Agreed.
bullshit.
If I was sitting in a dark room, depressed, and not sure what to watch and pissed off about Halo, I'd be watching a bunch of videos, hearing rants, or watching a stream. So I thought it'd be a good time to
That's what I was doing earlier.
whip out a stream. So Brendan, you're not Brendan,
What's
you're not
that?
a
What's
huge, you're not super excited about Halo moving forward. If we could keep it to a minimum, like with like no individual talk, I don't want to bully or be after anyone's jobs or anything like that. But
Yeah,
Brendan, just pretty much my only
that's
boundary
over.
for the chat. But Brendan, what do you think? Because I know I've been having to convince this guy to watch the TV show for homework. Because he's helping me write things like The Lost Wolves. He's helping with Noble Six: Ghost of Reach. He's one of the main writers in Lost Wolves. But point is that I told Brendan here to watch the fucking TV show as homework so he could understand what works and what doesn't. And I think it's valuable to learn from like someone that's writing like a machinima, for example. So I don't know, Brennan. I know you're not very optimistic about Halo. Are you? Did this refresh you at all? Did this refresh your excitement?
What do you want to know?
Are you excited about Halo Infinite?
Fuck no, I'm not excited about Halo Infinite. It's not even like, oh, I'm trying to be edgy right now. I'm so fucking sick of 343, man. They lie and lie and lie.
They
And
shit
we're
the
like
bed.
in an abusive
Yeah.
relationship. And we're like, oh, he won't hit me. He's changed. He's a good man now. And then they hit us again. And then we just forgive them. And then we forgive them. And then we forgive them. I'm so fucking tired of it, man. I really am. I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame you, man. Don't blame you. Yeah. It's exactly like that, though. That's they're treating us like that.
Fucking defending them. And it's a loud group of people that come in and they're like, hey, quit being an asshole. They're a game company. You don't know what it's like to make a video game. So then 343 thinks, oh, it's okay. People are defending us. We can keep doing bad because they're just going to blindly forgive us every fucking time. It's like the people who actually have genuine criticism are being silenced by the dumb people who are just blindly defending anything because it's Halo, which is not how you make a good franchise out of anything. We need criticism. When we take criticism from the Lost Wolves in every project we work on, we're trying to make something that people like, not just something, oh, through you guys and your criticism. It's not, no.
Damn, well said.
We
Sorry,
Brendan and I have actually made a 1.5 hour long movie Halo 3 animated machinima, all animated, about this exact thing. It's about the downfall of Halo. I'm so excited. Honestly, we should just wrap that thing up, Project Eden, because I'm just be a good time.
Damn.
Anyway,
It definitely feels like you're watching a Halo machinima from like
Were you-
Halo 3, and that's really
So-
fun.
Footed, were you what were you expecting, if not this?
Like in terms of like for November, is that what
Yeah.
is that what you're asking?
What were you expecting for the
Um,
big news? I mean, obviously, you probably
all
had
this.
a hunch that there was going to be bad news because
Yeah,
343
I
did
did.
not communicate until about, 13 hours before the month ended when they said that the target month was August, and then said,
And that's always a
in a
bad sign.
reply on a tweet that they're gonna. So you had a hunch.
Yeah. I had a hunch, and what do you call it? Like, I had a very good feeling. I got told that Forge was getting delayed, so I did know about that, but I was like, all right, let's wait and see what 343 say. But with all of that said, I was still thinking that November would have, at least, weapon, new piece of equipment, the new 100-tier battle pass, new map, new BTB map, more modes. I was hoping for the extraction game mode, like the PvE mode. I was hoping to hear something about that. I was also hoping Infection would get teased about that, be careful what's going to happen in Halloween, just to build up some hype for it. And when I see this and it's the new game mode and it says covert 1 flag, it's like, what in the actual fuck is that? How does that build? The mode itself sounds fun, but how does that build up hype compared to something like Infection or
Dude, everyone wants
Infection
Infection.
and Griffball?
Oh my god.
Seriously, everyone wants it,
They're like-
and I
they-
just
they-
don't know why it's not there.
What frustrates me is that they have such little resources, obviously. They have such little time to develop so much. And I'm like, dude, if we're working with pennies here, just make Infection. Everybody needs it. Everybody wants it.
Exactly.
And it's not, I can't imagine that's very hard to script. I don't know game
It's an-
coding, but I can't
Exactly.
imagine the way that it works and functions is far less complicated than, say, something like Invasion.
Yeah.
Honestly, this covert flag sounded more complicated in some ways than Infection.
It did. Exactly. It actually does. The energy swords, the threat sensors, and active camo. It does sound fun, but if you compare it to Infection, where just give us a bulldog, just give the infected Spartans a freaking energy sword, and let's call it a day. The mode is in the game files, right? The mode is in the game files. It doesn't play anymore, but it used to play and run okay. So I just don't know what 343. They're either scratching their ass, not too sure what to do now. But I think even if there is no classic shotgun, just get it out with the bulldog energy swords, and just get the mode out there. I just don't know why it's that difficult. As you said, I just don't know why.
Yeah, I think Infection should be made top priority.
Yeah.
And
Don't hate me, but I actually like Breakout from Halo 5. And of
Yeah,
the
it wasn't
new
bad.
game modes, that one was actually pretty fun.
I'm just it's not over. Halo Infinite isn't over, but
It's not.
god damn dog, this is a bit. I'm so full of L's. I can't eat any more L. 343 can't eat any more L's. They must know this. And honestly, I don't know, Footed, if you got this sense, but I kind of feel them I just kind of feel like they're cracking a little bit. And it does
343?
it does make me worry about them as individuals. But in long term for the game, it does make me worry about I don't know if they really have the chops to make a comeback like they did with MCC. And I feel like Halo
yeah.
Infinite will make a comeback when it's convenient for Microsoft. And I was just also thinking about something if they had the funding, would this be happening? Could it be that Microsoft isn't giving them any money? Because obviously they need to hire a lot more people. They need to hire some engineers. And also, what does Microsoft think about this? And it is a shame. And I won't talk negatively about her, but like Bonnie Ross, I do wonder where she is, because she's supposed to be a leader here, and Phil Spencer, I think, should be a leader here, and it feels disingenuous that they're not really like present, and like, you know, they only come up when there's like the Bonobo thing, like they popped up when that happened, but then they like went back in their shell. I don't know where like people like Frank O'Connor are, like where are all these people, these lead positions? Do they even work on Halo anymore? Like I know, but I don't even know what's going on. There's no real leadership here in this new person that we just saw today in the 343
that Sean guy
video. Yeah, I think Sean something. It's like I don't even. It's the first time I've seen him. I guess he's taking over now.
Before.
I think he's the person that replaced Jerry Hook, from my understanding.
Oh, that must be it.
Honestly, man, I feel bad for that guy. They just kind of threw him to the wolves.
They're all thrown to the wolves. I think that in a way, like, look, all the people that we saw talk about Halo today have not really worked on Halo directly. Like, I think well, I guess that's not true. I thought there was Unishek there, but so there's Sketch, and then there's Joseph Staten, which has worked on Halo. But like, I do start to wonder like how much influence he has and how much he can even do, because he just walked in like at the very tail end of this development anyway. He's really there for damage control, I think, in some ways. Obviously, I know he's doing his part, but like, how much can one person do? You know, having one of the main guys, one of the grandfathers of Halo is encouraging, but like, dude, I think I do worry that Joseph Staten being at 343 is the only thing that gives anybody hope moving forward. I think that is a huge thing, because if we heard Joseph Staten stepping down tomorrow, we're fucked. You know,
oh,
and
yeah,
at
if we
least,
heard
I mean,
that,
even
I
if
think,
we're not, that's the narrative that I think is going to be that I would probably push, because that's what I would think too, in a way. Like, shit.
Yep.
Oh my
Absolutely. I think
God.
it's done. Finished.
Do what I think like Destiny is to some people, just this kind of niche game that has its fans and has its audience, but it doesn't have to be like Fortnite or something big like that, right? And that's the problem. They're trying to do that. I mean, look, Bungie went and made Destiny, and I don't personally play the game, right? But I have a lot of coworkers that play it, and they enjoy it. And it's not like this giant wide thing, but neither was Halo back in the day, at least like for me. People like knew about Halo, and it was either you played Halo or COD, but it wasn't like those were the only two games people were playing, you know?
Yeah.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Because each game had its own identity. That's what I'm trying to get at. Destiny has its own identity. If it's not for you, there's other games you can go play. But Destiny's going to keep its identity. And I feel like that's what Halo doesn't do anymore. I mean, did you see that Fall Guys trailer where they parodied, you know, the Believe trailer from Halo 3? That was pretty insulting.
God damn.
Talk
Alright,
about how you don't know anything about Halo, right?
More thought went into that than any of Halo Infinite's announcements. Like, just look at the event announcements. Like, what was it? The recent one for the Alpha Pack. My man was just shooting the commando like 6 times, and that was it, running in a straight line. And that was the ad. That was the entire announcement for it and trailer for it. They couldn't think to do.
Like,
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, shocking bad.
I don't know. I'm just so like weathered. You know, and it's coming up like let's see, I was 15 when I made this YouTube channel. I'm almost 27 now, and I have spent almost half my life following. My first video was on when they announced Halo 4's teaser trailer, the very, very first one. And I've been doing Halo follower ever since. So I'm a little bit done. I'm a little bit beat.
Don't blame me, bro.
Because I've been hoping like this is like because I really based a lot of my career around this game, and it's and I'm kind of getting like secondhand embarrassment. Like I want 343 to do good. I want them to do well. That means I do well, but I also love this franchise. You know, whether I'm doing YouTube or not, I love the hell
Yeah.
out of this franchise, and it's just like what I don't quite know what needs to really change, because I just think 343 or Microsoft even making a new studio, first party studio out of the ground would be great, but it would probably be the same as what we have now. I think what we really need right now is for them to just start leasing out the franchise to other studios, not get rid of 343, but just start like letting other studios do what they want with the franchise, because at least we'll have some variety and at least
Yep.
the game will function.
Yep.
And it might not be
I would
Halo,
be happy with that.
and it might not quite feel like Halo, but we know that other games like Halo Wars have turned out to be pretty damn well. I love Halo Wars. It might not be everyone's piece of cake, but Halo Wars 1 was iconic as hell. Halo Wars 2 had its own problems, but like the cutscenes were made by Blur, were outstanding. Of course, there was
yeah.
oversight with
Blur was-
343, but
No, I agree with that, man. Like, I would be like, I've always wanted like a first-person survival horror game for Halo. Like, even if it was made by someone other than 343,
Yeah.
if they were to use like Halo Infinite's base for it, or even just whatever, even if it's a different engine, I couldn't care less. Just make it look like Halo, and it just, against the flood, hold out against the flood. I would freaking love to play something like that. Just literally give it out to someone else to just try their hand in it, try do something with it. While 343 are getting their shit together with Halo Infinite, because right now we are just waiting for whatever 343 can do, and they're taking far too long to do anything, of substance for this game.
Yeah. Yeah, I think custom games browser launching away from Forge is going to be a
Forge,
bad idea.
yeah.
I think more so a file share system lacking is a bad idea. Like I was complaining about earlier, but like if you can't share and create, then what's the point? Like if you can't share and evolve with other people, if you're all just isolated and everyone's maps aren't easily downloadable, you can't even start custom games yourself. Like we have to remember that like Halo for the most part existed without a custom games browser, so I don't think it's as necessary as much as the file share system. And people just are harping on the custom games browser, but if we're working with pennies here, 343 has like 4 people working on the game. I think it's personally 1.
The janitor.
I couldn't even say that with a straight face. Then I think that we should just work on the file share system. But that's just my personal opinions. I don't know. Wait, moving forward, Ghost, what are you gonna do? I mean, your channel's all about Halo. I mean, at least you're not Halo.
It is.
Maybe at least you're not Halo Ghost, but
No. I mean, no. I'm still gonna like. I still focus on like there are some still interesting things coming up. Like this, the Yapinin event is probably the funnest looking event that's coming to this game. We've got party modes, like Kong Slayer, Purple Rain, Turbo Slayer, things that are like legitimately fun. So things like that I'm excited for, and party modes, all of that. I welcome for Halo Infinite, and I hope we get more of that coming to the game. So no, I'm still gonna make videos on Halo Infinite because that's my passion, but I'm not going to hold out hope for this game growing in size until we get to March next year, when we get into the season, back onto the seasonal cadence thing, where we go from season 3, season 4 with more content. I'm hoping to God when season 4 gets teased, when we get around March next year, that we've got 2 new weapons coming, like 4 maps, a tease at the campaign DLC, all of that sort of stuff, like, is crucial for people to come back and have interest in this game again. Yeah, so I'm still going to continue with what I'm doing, to be honest, but it's not going to be as... I'm not expecting this to go anywhere. I'm lucky it's only a hobby for me. For you, it's a lot harder, of course, and I feel so bad for you, because of 343 just shut the bed again. But I was kind of hoping one day it would turn into like a career opportunity, but there's no way that's happening until next year if 343 can pull their finger out of their ass. You know, so
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think the reason why I'm here is because I've been doing this for so long. Like,
Hmm.
but yeah, I mean, I still think there's a lot of potential, especially like people like Sean W can grow right now in Halo. There's still tons of Halo
Oh
fans.
yeah,
I don't think Halo is dead.
there is.
I think like one big piece of firsthand evidence that I have is that people still watch my animations in mass. Like I've had some animations go viral recently, and
I have seen that. Yeah.
and it's just like it just proves to me that how many people are still so like they still love Halo, but they're like dormant, you know,
Yeah, absolutely.
dormant
I,
Halo
I,
fans.
I agree. It's not going to die. Like, there's
Like
still
narratives
people. I
though
mean,
that are
yeah,
a lot more respectful. You know, like we're doing narratives that are a lot more respectful to Halo. You know, and I think people like that. You know, like a lot of fans do. They make fan animations or machinimas that are sometimes have better stories than anything 343 could imagine writing. So I mean, it's just kind of funny, you know, that
There's a
we've
lot
been
of
carrying
disconnect.
this community, like all these content creators.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah,
disconnect
true.
there, but yeah. What is December event? Winter contingency? Is
I
that
just assume it's
anything?
this. I hope they make the night snowy. That's all I hope for.
I do love snow.
I mean,
Likewise.
on the silver lining of things, like these canvases look fucking awesome.
They do. They do.
I saw your video on that. That was nice. Ghost.
Hey, thanks, man.
Yeah. So I mean, I really have no complaints about them. There seems to be like an odd amount of like detail in them. Like it does make me worry, but like I don't know, Forge is so powerful. I don't even mind there being so much background detail, and that's the point of canvases. Like you kind of want to have a little detail built in the map, so you don't have to like archetype the entire background. You know. The canvases look great. The space one looks like an empty void, as well as the other empty void. I can't state how much I appreciate that the empty void map, the canvas map, looks like Sandbox's Skybox from Halo 3, and it's beautiful. You know, it's
Oh
kind of
yeah,
like
you
an
know what?
alien sunset.
Come
It's
on,
so
does.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of want to whip
Yeah.
that
No,
here, honestly. Forge, yeah, Skyboxes look incredible. But Forge itself looks incredible. Like, did y'all see
does.
this one? I'll throw it in the chat real quick. This is made in Forge, and
See it. I'm still driving.
Yeah,
It's
that does look
just-
really nice.
wow. I mean, Brennan, this looks better than like the campaign, I think, if not just as good. Jesus Christ. And you
Yeah,
know
for
what?
sure.
Another
It
great
looks pretty
Forge
good.
object would be the snowy mountaintops in the background.
Bro, do you take back what you said about Infinite and kind of like them fixing the aesthetic thing with the whole blocky looking world with the silver panel lines and all that stuff? You're like, well, I guess it like makes sense in the campaign because to me it still looks really bland and boring.
The hex
Like,
walls?
yeah, the hex walls. I
I will
die.
die. I will die before I say hex walls were a good decision. I mean, honestly, if we're gonna rip Halo's asshole open and just go right in, you know, I'd say that hex walls were just an excuse to chop up the map and the world. But I think it could have been done better by like adding huge foreigner pieces, because honestly, it doesn't actually like make sense. I thought the game looked like Minecraft, and you can see that on my E3 reveal. Like my reaction, I was like, "Wait, is this Minecraft? Like, what the fuck?" I just thought it
Pretty
was
funny,
really,
yeah. Great.
really
My
weird.
That
buddy,
looked fun.
Digital Virus made a video with like Minecraft sound effects and music on that trailer, and like it looked so much like Minecraft. Like it was some kind of Minecraft mod or something. Like just those finishing touches that you needed. It was really funny. And made me sad.
Yeah. Another cool thing is SPI armor is coming to season 3. But like, I don't understand the obsession with the armor. Like, there's like a whole viewership for armor on YouTube. And as a content creator, like I gotta pay attention to these things, but I just can't for the life of me make like whole videos about armor. because like I don't even want to play the game. Like I don't care about the armor as long as cross core isn't there. And honestly, I hate the battle pass. I hate battle passes in general. I think Halo Reach system would have been great. I like being able to comprehensively earn points and then buy armor with those points. And if
Like
I
NCC?
had just like in Halo Reach originally.
Oh, sorry,
And
yeah, I see what
where
you're saying.
I can earn credits, and the more triple kills I get, the more overkills I get extra credits, and all those credits I can earn up and wait a month to buy the inclement weather thing or something like that. I can buy something I really want, and if I have to pay real money for those points, then so be it. Let's do that system instead. But like this battle pass system is stupid, and I don't know why everyone's kind of like, I don't know why it's even a thing in gaming. Honestly, I think battle pass is dumb.
What
Money.
go back to the Halo 3 days when people were running around in Hayabusa armor. You respected them because they took time to earn that armor, And that's a non-existent thing now in gaming these days because everybody can just buy the armor. Like, oh, I'm not impressed. Like, you just bought the armor. And like, even if you did unlock it yourself, it doesn't matter because now that you can buy it, everyone's just gonna assume that you did. You just bought it. You didn't earn it. I just don't like that.
Yeah.
Kind of take the fun out of grinding a game, Like, I worked hard and got my Hayabusa in Halo 3, and then when MCC came out, they just gave it to everybody. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
A little insulting.
Yeah.
What do you think about their excuse for dropping split screen? Their allocation of resources. That's a good comment, Saintly. By the way, again, thanks for the super chat. That was really generous. In order to improve and accelerate ongoing live service development and to better address player feedback and quality of life updates, we have reallocated studio resources and are no longer working on local campaign, split screen co-op. I was wondering, I'm like, that's not really a confirmation of much other than that they've stopped working on it. I didn't know in a way, I don't even know if they were working on it. I mean, I guess this is an admission indirectly, but an admission nonetheless that they were spending resources and time on campaign co-op because they said they're no longer working on it. So not only do we have wasted dev time, but also we're not getting a staple feature of Halo.
They say the same thing when
Yeah.
Halo 5 came out. Like, didn't they use the exact same excuse?
For what?
I'm pretty sure they did.
They said that it wasn't possible, like, well, it was just too much work, but they're like, but it didn't sting as bad because they were like, look, we're not going to let this happen again. And then here we are, like 7 years
Yep.
later.
Looks like
By
they
the way,
did.
it's been 7 years since Halo 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
I remember
Hasn't
the
it?
disappointment in that game.
Yeah, it has been.
Yeah.
I remember really being disappointed. So.
I just realized chat's getting a little bit lonely here. Man, why are you not paying attention to the comments? If you at me, it's a little bit easier to see your comment if you have something you want to mention. Look, 3 for 3 Glassdoor reviews, yada yada. Okay, nothing I want to bring up at the moment. But we also have the event, which I'm totally not interested in any way whatsoever. Oh, what is that about? Can you tell us about that? I don't know. I didn't care.
That's the only event I'd actually recommend people to actually check out because it's got party game modes compared to like the other stuff they've released recently. So that's next week, right? Next Tuesday it starts, and it's so obviously you got the 10 tier battle pass, which is you think of that what you will. It looks alright. But it's the modes that are the most interesting part to me because the other events we've had so far, we've had Last Spell Standing, majority of Halo fans don't like that, and these modes are kind of and also Last Spell Standing for a lot of people was quite sweaty. These game modes are not sweaty at all, or like they're very very chill, very relaxed game modes. So yeah, I think majority of people that want to play something like that should check out the event that releases next week. But yeah, 3 for 3. I'm hoping 3 for 3 realize that that's what we want to see more of from the events. Like I want to see more relaxing, fun chill stuff that you can play with mates and just have a fun time. Events that want you to just play a mode by yourself, terrible. Not a good decision at all. So yeah, I'm hoping 343 move away from that and we just get back to, fun modes being available just to play with friends and family, all that sort of stuff like we could before. But yeah, I would recommend checking out the event when it comes out next week.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess might do that. I might just play Forge instead, but
Hey, if you play Forge, play Forge.
I mean, the flight's downloadable in places. Anyone can download Forge and get it to work.
Yeah, that's right. I think Infinite Forges has been streaming recently.
Anyone can play Forge. Like, anyone can download it.
Yeah.
I think on Unique, a Forger's Discord, you can go on his Discord page, and there's a Google Drive link to download the flight files, all 60 gigabytes of it. And then you can do a bunch of steps listed up by Suraj and play it yourself.
The fiddler, yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it for those wanting to try it, but yeah.
What do you
goddamn.
think it is? One person working on the game, corporate pipeline slowing it down, broken engine. I think it's a little bit of everything. I think it's technical debt. I don't think that they're being lazy. I think that they're dealing with something internally wrong with the engine itself.
Why don't they just tell us that?
They've given a lot of breadcrumbs. They said that they didn't know about the feasibility of adding Slayer. That was funny. And then the UI limitations. They didn't know if they could add a new playlist because the UI had a huge workaround. They had to, and I guess reworking the UI could break the game engine. And really, so anything they do can break the game engine. Any small thing that they can do to the engine, like if they need to update the battle rifle jamming, they have to figure out how to do that without breaking the entire engine. And then they have to, I guess, probably re-render the engine. Once it breaks, they have to try again, and it just becomes an ever-escalating, harder game to work on, which is why I think that they need to just they need to just work on Unreal Engine. They need to eject and start thinking longer term stuff.
My thing is though, remember when Cyberpunk came out and it was absolutely a buggy mess and it didn't work, and then the guy who was the lead developer came out and was basically like, "Hey, this isn't the dev's fault, so don't attack them. I'm the one that gave the okay to release the game. I knew it was broken. This is all my fault." Yeah, I was pissed about it, but I respected the dude way more to come out and come clean and just be honest,
Yeah, the one thing that I think 343 could do that doesn't require any development is come clean and talk about what's actually going on, because there's too many conspiracies. There's too much, and they might think that'll ruin the game, but it's it's the same kind of. I don't know. You're afraid of being vulnerable with people because they won't like you, but ironically, that's what makes people like you more when you're vulnerable with them. It's the same thing here. They need to just be vulnerable and tell us how fucked the situation is. I know it's not professional. I know it's not ideal, but we've come to the situation. We've come to the point where you got to give it up, and it's not going to take any dev time. It's going to take a couple people being real with us. And today's video, it didn't feel real.
No, it felt
like off tone. It felt a little bit tone deaf. It felt like there was a lot of cuts there. And it made me think that it wasn't very natural or genuine. And they glossed over co-op split screen being stopped like it was nothing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think people have earned more than that. And I know it's free to play, but why aren't we being respected the way that we deserve? I mean, we're the only people still sticking around, and they're still trying to make this game and TV show for someone else that no longer that doesn't work. Obviously, nothing's working. The only thing that works with Halo Infinite is the things that they have took direct feedback from Halo fans. They made the music sound like Halo again, but evolved it naturally enough where it sounds like Halo, but it's new. They've made the story about Master Chief again, and about Cortana, which did its job well. And they brought back they stopped this loadout shit. They stopped this esports gunplay, paintball, jump around, zip zap, Halo 5 shit. They brought Halo back to its roots. They added equipment, which was an evolvement for the first fucking time since Halo 3, a proper evolving and implementation of equipment, which is the grappling hook. It's fun, it works, and you can pick it up, and you can only use it so many times. It's not a loadout. It is something you pick up. It's a sandbox. That's all Halo Infinite needs. That's all that anything with Halo needs is additions to the sandbox. I want to see things like the bubble shield back, power drain back, the grapple hook, modifications of the grapple hook, a grapple hook that shoots into enemies and brings them towards you. We need fun weapons like the skewer, maybe impelling people into walls. We need a jump pad. We need things that are just added to the arena. That's how Halo grows. Not all this other distraction garbage. We don't need events. We don't need this battle tier pass shit. We don't even really need technically progression. As long as the game is functioning and is fun, I don't think this whole progression thing really matters to a lot of people. We just want a sense of progression.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because we've had it in the past. That's
little rant there, but
no, that's exactly right though. We just we've been more than patient with 343. That's the problem. We've all been so damn patient. Core modes like Infection aren't even teased to come out a year after launch. This will be a year and like 6 months, and there's still no message or sign of Infection. Borge is coming out a full year after. We're not getting a new weapon until a year and a half after launch. And as you're saying, the sandbox is what's most important. And if we compare Halo 5 to Halo Infinite, 343 were putting out weapons like out every couple of months. Halo Infinite, no new weapon until we get the Bandit Rifle in March, and that's still 7 freaking months away. So, you know, this is why people are fed up. This is why people are upset with 343. And I think 343 have to understand that, you know, everyone is going to be pretty pissed off with what they've said today, because it's just not good news. Like all of this, the content coming is good. It's just when it's coming, when it's arriving, and it's all arriving. A majority of it that was supposed to come in November is arriving in freaking March. So I just don't think that's on. That's fucked.
I think it's also just this collective anger because this is not just happening like in the video game industry. This is happening in the film industry. Yeah. You have these companies coming in, taking these franchises that everybody loves and completely fucking them up. And then when people give them actual criticism, instead of listening to it, they try to make up some bullshit like we're in the wrong or we're toxic or any of that. And it's why I think people are just fucking fed up with all this shit at this point. It's like we have no control anymore on our own like entertainment. Like it's just all being controlled for us, and we're just supposed to take it. Is what it feels like. And it's getting really old.
Yeah, it is, man. Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I go back and play a lot of shit from when I was younger because I just feel like there's not a lot of good stuff anymore. Like
they don't make games like they used to, man.
They really don't.
They don't.
Yeah. So, you know, it's getting late. We should all worry about our mental health at this point. I think I pretty much discussed everything that I wanted to get off my chest. I think I could have been good like 40 minutes ago, but yeah, you guys jumped on.
Sorry, man, I delayed you.
No, you're fine. You're fine. No, I'm glad y'all came on. Shit, man, it's been a while
thanks for having
since
me,
we
man.
talked. So,
yeah, it has been. It has been.
It's nice to hear from you. I've been peeking up on your YouTube channel once in a while.
Hey, thanks, man. Likewise, appreciate it, bro.
It's nice to meet you too, man.
Nice. Good to meet you, Brendan. My name's Lachlan. Good to meet you, mate.
Man. You too, man.
So yeah, I think that'll conclude the stream, guys. We've been talking. I've personally been here for about 2.5 hours, so I think it's good to call it a day. I'm tired, but I'm glad that Ghost made it. I'm glad that my good buddy Brennan made it. we're gonna be working on our own things for the time being, and I know the spirit of Halo will never die. Halo's not dead, so as long as people still love Halo and people still enjoy it in whatever form it comes in, whether it be art or animation or fan games or whatever, that the community is seriously. I mean, we even back in the Bungie days, we still outdone Bungie all the time anyway, and Bungie acknowledged that. Fans are just there's just too many of us.
But they weren't insulted by that. That's the thing. Bungie acknowledged it and was like, kind of like humbled.
I don't
by
think
it.
343 is insulted by that. They've been praising us all week, all month actually, about the Forge League.
Because we've been keeping Halo
That's
as
true,
an
that's true.
interest.
But I do understand the
Bungie didn't have to
sentiment.
worry about that. Bungie's like, yeah, people love Halo, and they're like, but man, these fans are cool. 343 is like, oh my god, thank God these fans are keeping the game relevant.
But anyways,
hey,
guys,
I do gotta say, this Noble
yeah.
6 film though, you guys have no idea how awesome it's gonna be. Like
it
seriously.
has gone above and beyond. We're looking at about 25 minutes now. It's gonna,
and the
it might be a
story is
6-month project, honestly.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
It's worth it though. The story is great. Like it's really
Yeah.
good story.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome.
Super hyped, yeah. But Ghost,
Yeah,
thanks for
I'm
hopping on.
hyped about it.
Brendan, thanks for
No worries,
hopping
man. Thanks for having me.
on. Yeah, and I'll catch you guys soon. All right, got some content coming out tomorrow. But huge shout out to these guys. And if you want to actually support a fellow Halo content creator, go subscribe to Footed Ghost. Yeah.
So you coming,
go
man. Thank you.
subscribe. Actually, if I could
Appreciate
whip up a YouTube link real quick for you. But yeah, anyways, thanks so much for joining, dude. And
Thank you. I really
bye.
appreciate
Later,
it.
guys.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching. Peace.
All right.
All right.
See you
Bye,
guys.
See you, dude.